السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أهلا وسهلا بكم مشاهدينا الكرام إلى هذا الحوار الخاص من الميادين. معكم زينب الصفار. هو المناهض لسياسة الاحتلال والتقسيم والتفكيك والشرذمة انطلاقا من تجربته الحياتية الذاتية. هو المعارض الشديد للعولمة، حيث انتقد في غير مناسبة الإدارة الأمريكية وسلوكها الإمبريالي والأحادي والمتغطرس، ولا سيما جورج دبليو بوش واحتلاله العراق وتدخله الصارخ في شؤون البلاد العربية والإسلامية. عداؤه كبير وواضح وصريح لإسرائيل لم يترنح ولم يتزحزح قيد أنملة خلال مسيرته السياسية، وكان وسيبقى رغم كل التقلبات والظروف مناصرا مدافعا عن القضية الفلسطينية، ليس فقط بالكلمة والموقف، وبل أبعد بكثير من ذلك، في زمن هرولة المطبعين علنا ومن دون خجل وسعيهم لتمزيق صفحة فلسطين وأهلها والأرض ورميها. فكره غير تكفيري للآخر، وانطلاقا من ذلك طرح مبادرة تعاون ثلاثية لنهضة العالم الإسلامي بين ماليزيا وتركيا وباكستان، الأمر الذي لاقى انتقادا سعوديا مباشرا. في ماليزيا تجربته فريدة لنهضة البلاد من خلال نقلها نقلة نوعية من الإنتاج الزراعي حصرا إلى الإنتاج الصناعي والتكنولوجي، وبات اسمه مرادفا للتقدم والنهضة العمرانية في منطقة شرق آسيا. رفض وبشكل قاطع قروض صندوق النقد الدولي والبنك الدولي لأنها مشروطة، والهدف منها السيطرة على مؤسسات الدولة وإدارتها بما يخدم مصالحها. من القيادات الإسلامية التي يشهد لتواضعها ولممارستها كل ما تقول. هو المعلم والمحترم، ثاقب البصيرة وثابت المواقف، أبو ماليزيا الحديثة ورئيس وزرائها السابق مهاتير محمد. معه نتحدث اليوم في هذا الحوار الخاص عن خلاصة مسيرة 95 عاما في الحياة والسياسة والحكم، وعن مواقفه من أمور حيوية في الداخل الماليزي وإسلاميا وفلسطينيا، وعن العلاقة مع الغرب استراتيجيا. دكتور مهاتير محمد، أهلا وسهلا بكم سيدي الكريم من بوتراجايا العاصمة الإدارية لماليزيا في هذا الحوار الخاص الذي شرفتنا وأسعدتنا به في الميادين.
Thank you. Thank you.
أهلا
I'll be
وسهلا
happy to
بكم.
answer any question.
أهلا وسهلا بكم سيدي الكريم. أبدأ معكم بتصريح للسيد أنور إبراهيم أدلى به أخيرا، وهو لطالما كان منافسا لكم، وشهدت العلاقة بينكما مطبات متعددة، وقال فيه، أقتبس هنا: لقد خدم مهاتير محمد ولايتين وحان الوقت للمضي قدما. الموضوع ليس شخصيا، وإنما هي فرصة لبدء صفحة جديدة في البلاد. إذن هناك معارضة لتسلمكم رئاسة الحكومة المؤقتة. هل يبقى وضع الحكومة كما هو حتى الانتخابات المبكرة إذا أقرت؟ وما هي خطتكم لهذه المرحلة، وخاصة مع التغيير الحاصل في التحالفات؟
Well, I have no wish to continue becoming Prime Minister. But unfortunately, the other partners, the other parties which are partners in the coalition, they are not from the Malay section of the population. The Malays will not support a multiracial party. But my party, Bersatu, is a Malay party. And we think that we will get Malay support. Without Malay support, we're going to lose. So all I want to do is to learn to work with my party as a Malay party, together with the 3 other or 4 other parties, which are mixed parties, so that I can give the Malay support to the party in an election or in any attempt to change the government. So it is not about becoming Prime Minister. I've been Prime Minister for 24 years, I think that's long enough. But people ask me to help get Malay support, and I think I can still attract Malay support.
نعم، حبذا لو تخبروننا وللتاريخ بالسبب الرئيسي دكتور مهاتير، ومن دون دبلوماسية هنا لو سمحتم، لقراركم بالتنحي ولاستقالتكم المفاجئة التي أحدثت نوعا ما من الخضة في الشارع الماليزي، ولا سيما أنكم سيدي لا تنوون التخلي عن القيادة على الإطلاق بحسب ما ذكرت صحيفة نيويورك تايمز. يعني الكل يطالب بعودة الدكتور مهاتير محمد إلى الحكم للقيام بالإصلاحات المطلوبة، ولا سيما في الوضع الاقتصادي والصحي وحتى القضائي.
I had to resign because my own party wanted to withdraw from the coalition and bring down the coalition government. This I could not do because the coalition government helped us to defeat the opposition, defeat the previous government. So how can I step my friends in the back and support them to bring down the government? So because I cannot do that, and I cannot join their group, which is made up of the previous government, which we fought against because of their wrongdoings, how could I join them? Because they are against us and we are against them. Therefore, I cannot join the party. I cannot resign from PH, the government party, and bring it down. And therefore, I had no choice but to resign from being prime minister. When I resigned, of course, it is because my own party rejected my advice. That is, they have no confidence in my leadership.
طرحتم مبادرة تعاون ثلاثية لنهضة العالم الإسلامي في قمة كوالالمبور الإسلامية دكتور مهاتير في أواخر عام 2019، وهي مبادرة مختلفة عما كان سائدا. ما هي عناصر هذه المبادرة وما سر تميزها؟ وهل ترون الظروف مهيئة لحصول ذلك؟ ولماذا اتهمتم بأنكم تنقلبون على منظمة التعاون الإسلامي بطرح بديل عنها؟
Well, the organization of Islamic Conference has 50 countries, but we can never agree on anything. So if you want to get 50 countries to agree, then nothing can be done. But if we have a small number, just 3 countries, perhaps we can work out how to improve the development of Islamic countries as models. If we succeed, then others can copy or they can join. That is the way we approach step by step. Do with 3 countries first, and then bring in more and more countries to join, and together with still within the OIC. We are not leaving OIC. We are in OIC, accepting that we are a small group of 3 countries which would like to show that Islamic countries can also be well governed and can also develop and compete with the rest of the world. That's what we wanted to do. I don't see why anybody should be against it, because we are not against the OIC. We want to show in a small way how we can make progress.
جيد. في عالم تفرض فيه دول إجراءات وقرارات أحادية عقابية، كنتم قد أعلنتم في هذه القمة أن قطر تجاوزت الحصار المفروض عليها خليجيا وحققت نجاحات مبهرة، وأشرتم إلى أن مثل ذلك الحصار قد لا يقتصر على إيران وقطر، بل إن ماليزيا ودول أخرى عليها أن تتذكر أن مثل تلك الإجراءات قد تفرض على الماليزيين أيضا، وهذا يدعونا إلى تحقيق الاعتماد على الذات كماليزيين. هل في رأيكم سياسة فرض العقوبات الاقتصادية مجدية؟ ومن تستهدف؟ وما سر مخاوفكم؟
I don't believe in sanctions. I believe in negotiation, in arbitration, or in referring to a court of law. Because if you have sanction, you damage both sides. We are all in the OIC, in the Organization of Islamic Conference. Why should we fight each other? Of course, we may have differences with another country. If we have differences, we use the OIC to settle the differences. This is what our religion tells us. Or at least we can talk to each other and find out what is it that each one wants to do.
No.
Why do you want to boycott or go to war? You know, there is a war now fighting with Yemen and Saudi and other countries. Why should we fight each other? We are all Muslim. We are brothers. We should settle between us by negotiation, not killing each other, not destroying each other's country. That is forbidden by Islam. You kill a fellow Muslim, you know, the punishment is you will be confined to hell forever. So why do we fight and kill each other? This I cannot understand. Malaysia is friendly with all countries. We are friendly with all the OIC countries. In fact, we are friendly with all the countries in the world. Their quarrel is their quarrel, but we don't want to be involved in their quarrel. We want to be friends with everybody. We want to trade with everybody. We want to increase our wealth and our development through trade and good relation with all countries. I don't want to waste money fighting each other.
سيدي الكريم، بعودتكم كرئيس لوزراء ماليزيا عام 2018 تبنيتم سياسات واتخذتم تدابير لمكافحة الفساد، إضافة إلى إطلاق تصريحات يمكنها إعادة رسم علاقات دول جنوب شرق آسيا مع دول الخليج القوية، وبذلك نعني السعودية والإمارات. إلى أي حد أثارت هذه العودة إلى السلطة في ماليزيا مخاوف لدى دول الخليج القوية، ولماذا؟
Well, we want a Malaysia that is stable, that is well governed. The previous government was involved in a lot of scandals. In fact, the previous government was described as a kleptocratic government, a government of thieves. That is the world label against us. We want to get rid of that government, and we want to improve the administration of the country. We want to reduce corruption, and we want to carry out good relations with all the countries of the world, including all the Muslim countries. We don't make any difference between Muslim countries. They are all our friends. And we think that by working together, we trade with each other, we invest in each other, then we can all benefit from the growth of all Muslim countries. That is our objective when we took over the government.
نعم، تحدثتم سيدي الكريم عن أهمية الحوار والتفاوض. كيف تصفون التحريض المذهبي الذي شهده المسلمون في السنوات الأخيرة، ولا سيما ذاك الذي شهدناه وما زلنا مع الأسف بين السنة والشيعة؟ ومعذرة على استخدام هذه التصنيفات، نحن نعلم أنكم دكتور مهاتير لا تقبلون فكرة تكفير الآخر، ومنهم الشيعة، بل تعتبرونه من الفرق الإسلامية، ولكن حملات التشويه والتفرقة والشرذمة اليوم حية جدا بيننا.
Well, in Islam, there are many different interpretations, but we are told in the Quran that there are people who do things their way and we should do things our way. But that does not mean that we should quarrel with them. If they have that interpretation, we shouldn't try to go to war with them or fight against them. That is their way. Our way is our way. Malaysia is a Sunni country. All the people here are Sunnis. But if the Shia people want to come here, they want to do business here, that's all right. Don't try to convert us to the Shia way of interpreting Islam. So we accept everybody. So long as they accept that there is only one God, Allah, and that Muhammad is his prophet, we accept that as being Muslim. Their practices, whether they wear beards or they shave themselves, that is not relevant. That is sunnah. That is, you can do it or you can avoid doing it. But the most important thing is that do you accept the article of faith, which is, do you accept that there is only one God, Allah, that Muhammad is his prophet? If you accept that, then you are a Muslim. The rest will be different. I don't have a beard, but I'm still a Muslim.
بالضبط. أحسنتم سيدي الكريم. كيف يمكن دكتور مهاتير درء مخاطر هذه الفتنة السقيمة؟
Well, people would like to make us fight each other. They want the Sunnis to fight against the Shia. We know that, but we shouldn't follow other people. I know there are big powers who would like to see instability in Muslim countries so that you cannot develop and become strong. And so they use this difference between Shia and Sunni to make you fight each other. We shouldn't allow ourselves to follow their strategies. That is for their own good. And we are doing things almost like helping Israel because we fight each other. The Israelis don't have to kill Muslims. Muslims are doing it for them. Muslims are killing each other for them. That is very stupid. We are Muslim. We are supposed to be brothers. We should behave like brothers. If we have problem, please let us negotiate in a peaceful manner. We shouldn't bomb each other, rocket each other. That is negative, and it is not prescribed by Islam.
دكتور مهاتير، هل تعتبر أن لماليزيا دور في هذا الصراع القائم؟
Well, we try to talk, but they always say that, they cannot make peace with each other. They have all kinds of conflicts with each other. That is accepted, but conflicts can be resolved through negotiation, through arbitration, through a court of law. That is what Malaysia did when we had a problem with Singapore and Indonesia. We went to the court, to the World Court, and the World Court gave the Indonesian claim island was given to Malaysia, and Singapore got another island which we also claim. We accept the decision of the World Court. That is the way to settle problem, not by killing each other, destroying whole countries. Children are now starving to death. That is not the Islamic way. The Islamic way is to try and you have a third party that is prescribed in the Quran, that the third party should try and make peace between the two people in conflict. That is the Muslim way, not fighting, not killing.
نعم دكتور مهاتير، أنتم وصفتم سيدي الكريم اغتيال القائد الشهيد الفريق قاسم سليماني بأنه عمل غير أخلاقي، وقلتم، وهنا أقتبس: لقد قتل الجنرال العسكري الإيراني سليماني على أيدي أولئك الناس الذين كانوا يدينون اغتيال الخاشقجي. هل هناك فرق بين اغتيال سليماني والخاشقجي؟ هل كنتم، حبذا لو تخبرنا سيدي الكريم، هل كنتم على معرفة مباشرة بالفريق سليماني وما قصدتم بتعليقكم هذا؟
I have no contact with either Khashoggi or Soleimani, but I am against the principle of assassination in order to solve problem. Assassination will not solve any problem. It will only create a lot of hatred and enmity, and you keep on fighting each other because of this assassination. So I think that the people who assassinated either Khashoggi or Soleimani, both are wrong. Shouldn't do that. We should, if we have differences, we should sit down around a table and discuss and find a solution. That's Malaysia's way.
نعم. ترفضون اعتبار دور الجمهورية الإسلامية الإيرانية في المنطقة توسعا شيعيا وتعتبرونه صراعا بين إيران والسعودية على النفوذ في منطقة الشرق الأوسط أو غرب آسيا. هل المبادرة الإسلامية التي طرحتموها تأتي في سياق نوعا ما من نفوذ آخر في المنطقة؟
Well, I think we should go back to the teachings of Islam. That we are Muslim, we solve our problem through peaceful means, not through fighting. But we are now trying to show that Iran is trying to impose their form of religion on the others. Well, I don't see this happening. We have a lot of Iranians in Malaysia. They have not caused us any trouble. They can stay here. They can pray in their own way. We pray in our own way. That is permitted by the Quran. But fighting each other is not permitted by Islam. If people want to make peace, we must accept making peace. That is what I am taught in the Quran. So I want to follow the Quran, not the feelings of some leader who wants to put down this country, invade that country, kill these people. Those are not the teachings of Islam. I want to stay with the teachings of Islam, that we Muslims are brothers.
نعم دكتور مهاتير، اليوم يعني الأجوبة فيها الكثير من الدبلوماسية. أنا سألت بشكل واضح وصريح، في نفوذ سعودي، في نفوذ إيراني، هل ماليزيا تسعى إلى تشكيل نفوذ آخر في المنطقة، نعم أو لا؟
I'm not trying to influence anybody. All I'm saying is that if we return to the teachings of our religion, we should not fight each other. We should not kill people. We should sit down like civilized people and discuss and try and solve the conflicts between us. But going to war, killing people, assassination, that is not the Islamic way. I'm not saying I have a third way of solving this thing. I'm just saying that we should return to the teachings of Islam. We talk about Islam, but we kill people. That is not permitted by Islam. Why are we doing things that are wrong in the teachings of Islam? The reason why we are in trouble now is that we claim to be Muslim, but we don't practice the life of a Muslim. We are carried away by our emotion, different interpretation, dislike for that man, dislike for this man. That is not the Islamic way.
نعم، من خلال تجربة النهضة الماليزية الفريدة التي اعتمدت بشكل أساسي على طاقة شبابها وعلى الكفاءة المحلية، ما هي نصيحتكم للدول المحاصرة اقتصاديا بسبب عقوبات ظالمة من قبل الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية كعقاب وهيمنة وتنمر لمجرد عدم الخضوع للإملاءات الأمريكية كما هي الحال في فنزويلا وكوبا وإيران وروسيا ولبنان وسوريا اليوم مع قانون قيصر مؤخرا؟
Well, that is American policy. We have no say in what the Americans do or think, but we have a say in our own country between Muslim countries. If they want us to fight, why do we fight? They're giving us weapons. I see a lot of sophisticated weapons being used. All those are bought from the rich countries. We don't have those weapons, but we spend money buying those weapons to kill each other. Is that part of the teachings of Islam? To buy weapons? You know, we lend money to the Americans and they use the money to produce weapons and we buy the weapons and kill each other. That is wrong. It's not Islamic. So I believe that the reason why we are in this trouble is because we profess to be Muslim, but we don't live the life of a Muslim. We reject many of the teachings of Islam as found in the Quran.
صحيح. دكتور توم مهاتير محمد، اسمح لنا سيدي بالتوقف مع فاصل قصير، وبعد الفاصل سنناقش الموقف من القضية الفلسطينية وصفقة القرن. إذن فاصل قصير ونعود، لا تذهبوا بعيدا. أهلا وسهلا بكم من جديد. أبو ماليزيا الحديثة ورئيس وزرائها السابق دكتور توم مهاتير محمد، أهلا وسهلا بكم من جديد سيدي الكريم. دكتور مهاتير، بتاريخ 19 من يوليو 2018 أقر الكنيسة الإسرائيلي مشروع يهودية الدولة واعتبار القدس كل القدس عاصمة للكيان الإسرائيلي وبدعم مباشر من الرئيس الأمريكي دونالد ترامب. كيف قرأتم هذه الخطوة ومفاعلها، ولا سيما أن ردود الفعل العربية والإسلامية عليها جاءت إلى حد ما خجولة، في حين أن هذه الخطوة قد مست مشاعر 1.5 مليار مسلم فيما يتعلق بالمسجد الأقصى المبارك والمقدسات الإسلامية؟
This is illegal. It's not according to international law or any law anywhere. You cannot take other people's land and call it your own. The whole of Israel is created through taking Palestinian land. That is very wrong. So for that reason, we have always been against the creation of the state of Israel. But of course, Israel gets the support of the European countries and America. They are doing things which are against international law. We cannot fight them. But if we cannot fight them, we can tell the whole world that they have done a lot of wrong things against international law, wherever we are. When we go to the UN, we want to talk about that. We want to say that you are committing a crime by taking other people's land. And now, of course, they want to take Jerusalem. They want to occupy the rest of Palestine. Already they are building settlements there. All these things are against international law. And the whole of the Muslim world, 1.7 billion Muslims, should rise together and say that this is against international law. But unfortunately, some Muslim countries are indebted to the West, perhaps, and they don't criticize the West. But as far as Malaysia is concerned, we want to see justice. And even if people don't like us, we are still going to say that what is wrong is wrong.
نعم. في تصريح لكم دكتور مهاتير في الأمم المتحدة قلتم إن إسرائيل يحكمها لصوص إضافة إلى ممارستهم ضد القوانين والشرائع الدولية وحقوق الإنسان، وتابعتم وهنا أقتبس: لا يمكننا فعل أي شيء ضد إسرائيل. وفي آخر تصريح لما يسمى وزير الدفاع الإسرائيلي قال: وحتى ما بعد جائحة كورونا فإن التهديد الحقيقي لدولة إسرائيل لا يزال حزب الله اللبناني المدعوم إيرانيا. كيف تقرؤون سيدي هذا التصريح وكيف نفهم تعليقكم؟ هل تعتقدون أن الجدوى الحقيقية تتأتى من خلال المقاومة أو من خلال المفاوضات؟
Well, it should be through negotiation. But what Israel is doing is against international law. The whole United Nations should take this case before a world court to ask whether Israel is right or wrong. Unfortunately, the big powers back Israel because they were the ones who created the state of Israel to solve their Jewish problem. They were having problem in Europe with the Jews, so they want to create a homeland for the Jews, and they take Palestinian land. And this is against the law. And we have to tell them, we cannot fight them because we are not strong enough. But we can tell the whole world that Israel is committing a crime and it is supported by America and Europe. And the world should condemn them for doing something that is wrong.
نعم. هل ترون سيدي الكريم أن الانتفاضة الشعبية في فلسطين اليوم من شأنها إسقاط المخططات الإسرائيلية الرامية إلى احتلال ما تبقى من أرض في الضفة الغربية؟
Well, the Palestinians are not very strong. They don't have an army, they don't have air force, they don't have a navy. The only way they can fight is through guerrilla warfare. But this is not going to gain them much success. What we need to do is to have a diplomatic war, getting the rest of the world to go against Israel. But unfortunately, some people commit acts, what is called terrorism in European countries. You make the Europeans hate you and you cannot get their help. It is good in any war, any conflict. We should increase the number of people who support us and decrease the number of people who are against us. But when you commit acts of terror without due consideration as to the effect on the people concerned, for example, you kill people in Europe, obviously the Europeans will not support you. Your enemy is Israel. Fight against Israel. Don't fight against other countries unless they attack you, of course. But the enemy is Israel. You want to do anything, you do it to the Israelis, like some of the Palestinians in Jerusalem who individually attack Israeli soldiers. That is the enemy. But you go and attack the Europeans, Americans, and all that, you only create more enemies. There is no strategy in the fighting to liberate Palestine. You only care about taking revenge on people. That is not going to win you success.
في هذا السياق دكتور مهاتير، ما هي نصيحتكم للشعب الفلسطيني لمواجهة الخطط الإسرائيلية التوسعية بضم أجزاء من الضفة الغربية وغور الأردن ومواجهة ما سمي بصفقة القرن؟
Well, in the first place, the Palestinians must be united. They must have a strategy to win the war, not just to seek revenge, but to win the war. For that, you need to have the support of other people. Be friendly with other people. Then take your case to the courts because you don't have the military strength to fight against Israel. You have to prove to the world that Israel is committing a crime. But the first thing is that you should not fight each other. Yes, you have differences, different between Hamas and Fatah and all that. But Fatah and Hamas, they are not enemies. They are Palestinians. They must come together and fight against the Israelis, not against other people.
كيف تفسر دكتور مهاتير انحياز بعض المؤسسات الدولية مثل مجلس الأمن الدولي وغيره لصالح الاحتلال الإسرائيلي على حساب الشعب الفلسطيني وحقوقه؟
Yeah, because Israel has won the support of the big powers. The big powers support Israel because they created Israel. But you have to, there are among the Europeans and the Americans, people who are sympathetic towards the Palestinians. but don't go and quarrel with them. Get their support. Eventually, those countries will
بالضبط.
support Palestine and they will not support Israel. But when you go and kill people, not Israelis, you go and kill Europeans and all that, you are getting more enemies than friends. So it is a long struggle. I told Arafat when he was still alive, he came here. I told him it's going to be a long struggle and it must be fought not only physically, militarily, or guerrilla warfare, but it must also be fought diplomatically. Because you are weak, you have to depend upon diplomacy. When you are strong, yes, you can fight, but you are not strong. You cannot be as strong as America. So you have to win the support of the people in this world. You have to tell them the truth about what the Israelis are doing. I'm quite sure that people will stop supporting the Israelis when they know that Israel is stealing Palestinian land, building settlements in Palestinian land, building walls in Palestine, and all those things are wrong things. But you don't play any uh, uh, role at all in terms of public relations. You have to win the support of all the people in this world if you are weak.
توم مهاتير، في الأمس القريب شهدنا حملات تطبيع علنية وصارخة يقودها بعض الدول العربية مع الاحتلال الإسرائيلي، حملات ثقافية، اقتصادية، رياضية، وأيضا في شبكات التواصل الاجتماعي. كيف شعرتم وما هي ما هو رأيكم بحملات كهذه؟
Well, certainly Malaysia will not do that. From the very beginning, we never recognized Israel. Until now, we have no diplomatic relation with Israel, and we have always condemned Israel. But unfortunately, some countries have different policies. They want to be friendly with Israel. We cannot fight against them. We cannot do anything towards them. That is their policy. But if we expose the wrong things that is being done by Israel and how they can work with the Muslim countries in terms of trade and economic development, I'm quite sure they will be focused on other Islamic countries. For example, we get a lot of investment from all the rest of the world, excepting from Israel. We get investment from America, from Europe, from China, Japan. These are friendly countries. Why should we quarrel with them? You see? But of course, America is is supportive of Israel, especially the present government. You have to find that there are many Americans now who are supportive of Palestine. And many Palestinians are living in America, many Muslims there. You should win over their support because they also have power in America, the power to vote for the president because they are American citizens. Make use of them.
أين ترون دور الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية على المستوى العالمي بعد أن نقضت جزءا كبيرا من الاتفاقيات الدولية في عهد الرئيس دونالد ترامب، ولا سيما بعد فشل الإدارة الأمريكية في التعاطي والسيطرة على تفشي وباء كوفيد-19 وانهيار الأسواق المالية والاقتصاد؟
Well, Trump is an unusual president, not the normal American president. He has many different views, including how to deal with the pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic. He thinks that it is a flu, not ordinary flu, but now more than 1 million Americans have suffered from this disease, and a big number, almost 100,000 people have died because of his management of this pandemic. But what we want to do is to work with many Americans who are not in agreement with Trump. Because America has a two-party system. We should work with the parties to find out what they consider to be right and wrong about us. If they think we are wrong, we have to tell them that we are doing something that is right. It is a propaganda campaign on the part of the Jews. They are very good. They own all the newspapers in America. They own the TV station. So they have tremendous influence. But we don't have enough influence in the media. We should learn to work with the media and tell them exactly what is happening to the Palestinian. When we are weak, we have to find friends. Don't go and make enemies anymore.
نعم. دكتور مهاتير، كيف ترى النزعة العنصرية المتفشية اليوم وانتشار الصور والفيديوهات التي توثق هذه الأعمال الوحشية ضد المواطنين الأمريكيين الأفارقة واللاتينيين والمسلمين، وانتشار الإسلاموفوبيا أو الرهاب من الإسلام والعداء الواضح الذي تحدثت حضرتك عنه للمسلمين والتحريض عليهم في أمريكا والغرب عموما، ولا سيما أنكم قد خبرتم سياسة التمييز والعنصرية وتحديدا كيف تعاملت بريطانيا مع المالاويين، فما هو تقييمكم لهذه المقاربة؟
Well, this shows that in America, there is no true democracy. The country is very unjust, unfair to the blacks. They brought the blacks to America, but now they are badly treating the blacks badly. We should join the blacks. We should support the blacks because they are fighting for their rights, human rights. And when we keep quiet, we do nothing. We see that when people are demonstrating in many countries, including in Australia, even in Japan, Muslim countries have not supported the blacks. We should show support for the blacks because this is where we can show that the American society is unjust, unfair to their own people. So we then will reduce the influence of America on our internal affairs.
كيف ترون المشهد السياسي والاقتصادي اليوم دكتور مهاتير؟ كيف ترسمون خريطة العالم السياسية ما بعد جائحة كورونا التي حصدت عددا كبيرا من الأرواح لعله تخطى بذلك الحروب العالمية؟
Yes, we must understand that this is a pandemic that involves the whole world. We don't have any vaccine. We don't have any medicine. What we can do is to try and avoid being infected. To do that, we have to stay away from each other. We have to stay at home. That is what in Malaysia we did. Nobody goes out of the house. Everything is delivered to the house. They can buy online, but they don't go out and mix with each other because when you mix, you are likely to be infected. So because of very strict control of movement in Malaysia, we have reduced the number of new cases from well over 200 a day to only 3 yesterday. We have been able to control that. And now many Malaysians are able to go out and to do business. We do business, but we are very careful about how we do business so that we don't infect each other. We keep our social distance. We wear masks. We have to accept that we don't have the vaccine to treat coronavirus. So if you don't have the vaccine now, you have to be very disciplined in preventing cross-infection. Until we get the vaccine, that is the way we have to live. This is what is called the new normal. The way you do business is mainly online. And of course, you cannot produce a lot of things because people are poor. They cannot buy things. So we have to have a different stimulus package from the government to help the people, even feed the people. Because some people now cannot even make enough money to buy food for themselves.
ولكن يبدو أن الصين يعني ستنجح في الوصول إلى لقاح لفيروس كورونا. في هذا السياق سيدي الكريم، كيف تقرؤون الصعود الاقتصادي للصين؟
Well, China is working very hard because it affects their economy, and we are working with China. They are doing some tests also in Malaysia. We want to work with all the laboratories in the world which are trying to produce vaccine or some medicine to treat coronavirus diseases. So the whole world will have to work together. But China is very disciplined. When they tell their people don't get out of the house, their people obey them. But in Western countries, when you try to tell people not to get out of the house, they talk about freedom. They want to demonstrate. They want to be free to move around. And that's why today the biggest, the country with the biggest number of infected people is America. United States of America. Next is Brazil, because they don't want to obey the rules to keep themselves from getting infected. But China is very, very strong in terms of discipline. If they tell their people don't get out of the house, they don't get out. That is why they were able to reduce the numbers and even make Wuhan free from COVID-19. But they are still having problem, and they want to produce the vaccine as quickly as possible, but they are willing to work with anybody else. Only America doesn't want to work with China, but Malaysia is working with China.
نعم نعم. كيف تصفون موقع ماليزيا عند مفترق طرق الحرير الجديدة التي تواجه صراعا استراتيجيا كبيرا بين القوى العظمى؟
Yeah, we have always been trading with China for almost 2,000 years. China is there. You can't wish it will go away. It's there. And there are 1.7 billion people there, 1.4 billion people there. And they are very hardworking, very productive. And they are a very good market for us. So we want to trade with China. When America wants to boycott China or to have a trade war with China, that is the American-Chinese problem. But as far as we are concerned, we want to trade with China, we want to trade with America. But when America tries to apply sanctions to China, there are many American companies in China. Some of them will move out of China. They will come to Southeast Asia, including to Malaysia. So in a way, we will gain from this. But of course, when we have trade wars, it's not very good for anyone. Both America and China will suffer. We also will suffer a little. But we'll have to learn how to deal with this.
نعم نعم دكتور مهاتير محمد، نتمنى لكم طول العمر والعافية والمزيد من التألق والرقي، وأيضا عيد ميلاد سعيدا مقدما. ففي 10 من يوليو تموز ستحتفلون بعيدكم 95. صحيح؟
Thank you very much. Yeah.
أهلا وسهلا بكم من العاصمة الإدارية.
Anytime you want to interview me, you're welcome. Thank you.
أهلا وسهلا بكم سيدي الكريم من العاصمة الإدارية الماليزية بوتراجايا، الدكتور توم مهاتير محمد، أبو ماليزيا الحديثة ورئيس وزرائها السابق. شرفتنا وأسعدتنا، شكرا جزيلا لكم سيدي الكريم، والشكر لكم مشاهدينا الكرام على طيب المتابعة، والشكر موصول لكل من أسهم في إنجاح هذا الحوار من طاقم الميادين، ولا سيما مديرة البرامج السيدة نيكول كاماتو والمخرجة السيدة فدا الخطيب من كل الميادين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.